after you have an abortion is going to impact your psyche as a woman?
Yeah, a lot of women go through a lot of emotions once they have an abortion, and I feel like shit. You gotta be a strong person to go through that. Get something taken from out of your body. Like that's a lot. That's big.
Oh, so are you against it then?
I'm for it. I'm for it.
Just here to put the mic down. Yo, what just happened here? Did she just pull a goddamn switcheroo on me?
Welcome on into another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Today's topic, someone sent me this video. I'm gonna give credit when credit's due. This is Marquette Devon. And his channel is The Saint and the Sinner. I'm actually gonna leave the sourcing in the description. The topics today is the A word, right? Because we can't say that on YouTube. The AB, when you take the baby out, XYZ because of XYZ, right? And then we're going to also talk about the duties of women and how women in the West are so delusional on their roles because automatically they just want to say, well, if he don't do this, then I don't do this. If he don't do this, then I don't do this. We have fallen so far from actual reality. And Marquette does a wonderful job of explaining these theories or these problems, because we have to highlight the problems. You have to know something's wrong, highlight it so you can know the solution. So listen.
She was like, you gotta have ghosts. You gonna go through some having life taken from your womb. It's so serious. Wow. Hold on. Let me make sure this. Are you sober right now?
I am.
Okay, cool. Get her a drink then. Yeah. Okay. Look.
Drunken.
So you said it's serious when they take life out of your womb. That can traumatize you.
Yes.
And then I said, but are you for it? And you was like, hell yeah, kill these.
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on taking.
That goes to show you that they don't mind being traumatized. And they 9 times out of 10, most of them choose what's not good for them, right? But that's their problem. They realize that later on. Let's continue.
Babies.
I'm pro-choice.
Okay.
So in some different situations, you need that. Like if you just got, I'm not going to keep this.
Less than 1% of abortions are from people who have been victim of. Oh, and let's not use that word. I thought we forgot to tell them.
Sorry.
Yeah. We'll call it people who are victim of that. Less than 1%.
Okay.
So that's
not
call it
that,
R.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not only that, but you have a messed up.
And that's a valid point right there, because they quick to bang. They see when people have conversations and they highlight just the negative part, and it might be a low percentage, right? He just said less than 1%. So with the R word, right? Less than 1%. But they make it seem like it's 99%. Like these women are just doing this act because of the R word. No, they're doing this act because of will, because of the fact that they can't be accountable for their actions, because of clubs, because of alcohol, because of drugs, because of all these things. Hell, because of them, right? Because you got to be accountable for your actions. Like you can't be a whole adult. I'm talking about a grown adult and still blame, well, I wasn't in my right frame of mind. No one cares about that story. Well, I was intoxicated. No one really cares about that story. Right? Well, he pushed upon me and he was persuading me, and no one really cares about that type of story, right? We just generally care about the facts, because 9 times out of 10, a woman allow a guy to enter at the end of the day. Smash that like button if you agree. Tell a friend to tell a friend. What do you guys think about that?
In your pregnancy, you're not going to fully develop the baby right, so you need to abort that. Like there are different reasons. So I'm pro for it, but
keep it funky with me.
I'm keeping it all the way funky.
Keep it funky with me.
All the way.
Can we agree that 99.9% of abortions are from these super thoughts who are running these streets, living in the club, and they over here getting skeeted in left and right? It's not because they were a victim of the R or they were like victim of there's like some genetic issue with the baby. It's because they were irresponsible. Can we just keep it funky?
I say they are not educated. You feel me? If you're educated on something and you know.
She's still trying to bob and weave. And nowadays you can educate yourself on anything and everything, right? You can't say that they're not educated. That's why they do these things. Because once again, she's talking to the minority, not the majority. The majority already know about sex education and XYZ, how to wrap it up, how to wear a condom. They already know about these things. But most of them that still know about these things still end up doing the things that maybe that's not in their best interest. So you can't blame this and blame that for your own actions. That's all I'm saying. Accountability is the word. Accountability is the word. They don't want to be accountable for their actions. When I'm talking about never, ever, ever, ever want to be held accountable for their actions, they're going to start to move the goalposts, reverse psychology. They're going to begin to cry. Anything that get them off of being accountable. But let's continue.
What they're not educated on?
A lot of stuff like coming
what?
up, kids don't even talk to their parents about sex. They go out and talk to it about other.
Oh, you don't think they know about sex?
They know about it, but they're not being educated. If you're not being
here.
educated on it, you don't know, and that's where you fuck up at. And that's a lot of these kids. That's what they have teen pregnancies because they don't know. Their mama and daddy ain't talking to them. Wrap it up. You could get burnt too. All these type of different things. Like
that's why she's celibate.
I have something to say. I totally agree with what you're saying, but you just
it's hard to believe a woman when they say they celibate. That's one thing I won't ever believe. What does that mean? Yeah, celibate maybe for the one that they don't like, but they're gonna be non-celibate or they're gonna be active for the ones that they do like. That's just from experience, right? But let's continue.
Completely put that on the woman, though. You said the thoughts. What about that reckless man freaking going psycho and not taking responsibility?
Yeah.
What if
let me help you out then?
Schooler, man.
That's partly a good point. You
see,
it's partly a good point. And I'm here to show love to the ladies.
Yeah.
You dig?
Yeah.
And so say you over here dealing with Tyrone, right?
Okay.
And Roni then went ahead and put it on you. Gave you the salami, the pepperoni.
The dope deep.
Yeah. And then so he done did his thing. And you end up pregnant, right? And then he's like, hey, and by the way, side note, most of the time the guy's like, can you please get an abortion? Most of the time guys are like, can you please get an abortion? And you guys like, I'm keeping it. And he's like, come on, please get an abortion. I have like things in my life I need to do. And you're like, I'm keeping it. You don't have to be involved in this child's life. I'll raise it on my own using my OnlyFans money. And then next thing you know, a year later, you trying to fleece them for child support any damn ways. But let's get back to the story. Okay.
Facts.
Disappear from social media and do this instead.
That's nothing but the facts. That's called the first they said, I can do it by myself. No, they can't. And would it be in the best interest for you to do it by yourself? So once again, the delusion kicks in automatically. Let's continue.
Karofsky, right? The thing is, you know what he's about to do? He's about to go on with his life and pretend as though he doesn't have any kids. He's not about to pay you child support. He's not about to be involved in the kid's life. He's about to carry on the exact same way he did before when he was single. And his life will have changed. How? Not at all. His body would have become devalued with stretch marks and all. No, not at all. He'll be the same OG, like Genuine said. But you, on the other hand, now you're saddled with a child, which makes it harder to get a man that you really want. Now your body's a little bit different. Them titties that went from right here to down here. You feel me? You got to pick them up just to, you know what I'm saying? And so your body has been degraded. You're saddled with a baby. Your finances are suffering. You can't go to school. You need childcare, and people are looking at you like you're irresponsible, low-class person that belongs on Jerry Springer or Morty. So that being the case, the reason I say the ladies need to be responsible is because who's going to suffer more in the dynamic?
That's true. I'm glad you clarified that.
No, you're welcome, baby. That's what I'm here for. Yeah.
But
being educated.
Like this makes a good point right here. If you take more of the punishment, then really it's more of your responsibility because with great power comes great responsibility, and you will suffer the consequences the most if it was all your responsibility.
So coming to the point where it should be the woman's choice.
Well, what we saying is this. First of all, okay, let's just be.
Madam, you're jumping the gun too much. And look at what you got on. Like, I'm just saying. Like, tonight could be the night, man. Like, it's tonight or it's no night. But let's continue.
be honest, most people who are asking for these abortions are people who are having drunk sex
Oh,
on drugs.
Thank you.
Predominantly,
Go ahead.
aren't conscious,
Talk to 'em.
are doing it raw dog,
Rah, rah, rah.
and they don't know who the man is.
Don't
They
even
know
know
that the
his
man
last
does
name.
not care about them at all. They know there's a lot of women are conscious of a lot of things that are going on. And in fact, for a woman to say, "I didn't know you nutted in me," that's a damn lie.
Knew, Mariah.
You
knew.
Peep body language. Y'all see how this woman right here have her arms fold? She's uncomfortable because most of the things probably is hitting home, right? Just peep body language. Body language don't lie. It don't lie at all. And ma'am, close your mouth. Close your mouth. But let's continue.
You knew. Don't try to play dumb out here.
I think the person paying the price is actually the child, because then they're getting born
Because
into
their
an
mom's a thought.
unloved environment. Like that sucks.
Thoughts
And then
love
they're gonna
everybody.
create more children that stem from that trauma,
That-
which is
that-
terrible.
That's true. And that's
so
why
I think it's the child.
the real solution is not abortion. The real solution is
sex and
values. It's values. It's
Yes,
fathers being involved.
Yes.
And the
100%.
sad thing is a lot of women think that they can lead themselves, and what they're doing is leading themselves to destruction.
Because that's all they see. At
Mm.
home
Go ahead,
growing
baby.
up.
Talk to them. School them.
I mean, you can only see, I don't know, you can only be what you see. So if that's what you
Ooh.
see at home, you feel me, growing up, that's
Mhm.
what you think is correct. I don't need no man. I can do
Huh.
this on my own. But no, baby girl, it ain't gonna work like that.
Let me ask you a question.
And leading a
Unconditional.
job is completely different. Or
Do you like ballers?
ballers? What do you
Yeah.
mean, the show?
Baller
Baller
alert! Kevin
Some
writes,
ballers.
peace to the saints in
Peace to
case
the saints.
in cases of R, and we ain't talking R. Kelly. Well, I guess we could be.
Mm.
In the cases of R, I believe the option should remain open for women to have an abortion.
Yeah.
Yes.
She love them. She'll do it for you. You heard me? Baby killer! No matter how small of a percentage of women that may be. However, in today's age, abortion is as common as lip filler appointments. Oh, he throwing sneak disses. And that objectively isn't right. Oh, my.
Yeah, that's wrong. Yeah,
Wow.
that's
I mean, it's wrong, but yet righteously right.
But how do we know this? Like,
Wrong to
where's
you.
the statistics?
The
Can someone throw up a
data?
stat
Oh.
for us, please? Because,
Do
like,
you know
I
that-
need to know. I need to see some
I got one
statistics
for you,
over there.
baby. Do you know that Black women abort more babies than they birth?
What is lasted?
Did you know that that's a fact? Did you know that that's a fact? That's crazy. So, did you know that Black women abort more babies than murders? So it's no one to blame but to be accountable for your actions. Like, keep your legs open. Don't keep on opening up your legs like it's 7 and 1.
Once almost lost.
You know,
Now
keep doing that.
That's wild.
It's hard to
Wow.
believe, huh?
Peep the
That's-
look at her face. Like, look at her face. Hold on. Because when the facts, it's like, that's why I like the truth, because the truth will set everyone free, man. If you pay attention to the truth, that's all. People avoid it. They will spend their whole life avoiding the truth, knowing that that's the thing that you're going to have to run into, right? But watch this. Big
You need to
fact.
see some
I got one
statistics
for
over
you,
there.
baby. Do you know that Black women abort more babies than they birth?
That's wild.
It's hard to
Wow.
believe, huh? It's sad
No.
too.
But
Big
let
fact.
me ask you
It's
a question.
not hard to believe.
Let's
because
let's look at a bigger picture real quick. Okay.
Justification.
Let me put this out there.
Watch her justify. She's gonna try to pivot the point, move the goalposts, right? Just watch. The accountability is wild. It's like, I think that's their failure. If they could be accountable, the world would be a better place. They could just start with that. You have to look yourself in the mirror. I mean, you look yourself in the mirror anytime else, when you're putting the weave on, when you're putting the lipstick on, when you're putting the makeup, the wink, make you think, want to blink, them thick ass eyelashes on. Like, you look in the mirror anytime else. So why can you be accountable for your actions? Well, let's continue. And you know, the system isn't set up. That's why I don't like the Western culture, because the system isn't set up for growth, right? The system is actually set up for destruction, right? Let's continue.
Put it out there.
Time.
I'm gonna put something out there
so,
too.
who are the people aborting? Like, what culture, what family life are they being raised in?
Mm-hmm.
And then if we look at that, maybe
Right.
the people that are more prone to abortions are people that are not raised in a healthy or healthier household.
I think
So
that's
I think
part
if you're
of it.
going to solve the problem,
Yeah.
it's choice.
You know what's interesting? I think the issue with abortion is we talk about solving a problem when we're reaching the end of it and not really getting to the root of it. It's like looking at a tree and saying there's something wrong with the shrubbery up top. And I think that's the foolish way of looking at it because there's a root problem.
Yeah.
Exactly
Realistically, it's the super duper terrible thoughts.
Yes.
It's the them wanting to sleep around with multiple men, doing drugs and being intoxicated.
That's why they need abortions.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they don't even remember they got pregnant.
Yeah.
They don't remember that he nutted in them. Like probably
if
they
they
blacked
weren't
out.
a thought, then they would be with the guy that means something. And when they got pregnant by that guy, they wouldn't want to abort his kid.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Jabrizi. I see what you're
crazy.
saying.
Yeah.
Baller alert.
Baller alert.
Wait, he came back with a baller alert?
That boy going in.
That's a real baller.
That's a woo. She said that's a real baller. Shout out to those who are prosperous. You dig? I like how she said that. Kind of turned me on.
Dude,
Mariah,
you starting to pick
you
up some
got me
game.
on fire. Jack Knopf writes, real pop/birth control is intentionally destabilizing intelligent young moms' futures to negatively impact the largest vector in her orbit, the children. The end result being.
That's why I don't get now why women, it's like mostly women and modern women, they don't even want kids anymore. So think about it like this, right? Which is going to be a problem. Let's look at the bigger picture, right? Let's look at the macro. We're going to stop zooming in and we're just going to zoom out. You have your last name. Your last name is X, Y, and Z. If you don't procreate in one generation, your name is gone. No one's going to remember you. No one's going to remember your legacy. No one's going to remember your offspring. Why do you think back in the days when our parents, they used to co-create, they used to have 9, 10 kids and then live through 9 or 10 different generations, right? Or let's just say at least 2 to 3 generations. Nowadays, we're barely lucky to see one generation. If you just have one kid per household, you're not doing yourself a justice, nor are you doing yourself a favor, right? You got to run the numbers up and you got to do it respectfully and you got to do it in an honorable way, right? I'm not saying that you should have one woman or you shouldn't be polygamous, or if you have one woman, like have as many kids as you can with that one woman, right? If you want to into polygamy, then have as many kids as you have, being responsible for multiple women, right? But they have to be, see, with that, you have to be a certain type of guy and it has to be structured and everyone must be well off, right? So that's a whole different dynamics. We're going to talk about that conversation later, but we actually need to multiply. We have more abortion than or the A word, than kids are being born daily, which means that we're literally slicing and dicing and cutting off our future. Like literally. That's the outcome of it. Now, I wanted to show another video. Let's go and show you the difference between modern woman concept after our intercourse and the traditional way of doing things, because mostly guys don't even know about this, right? And I can relate to this because after I'm finished, like, you got to wipe me up and this, that, the third king treatment. If not, it's like, I'm going to slot you as something else because as a man, you have to. But let's continue. Let's go.
Right? And I went in there raw, just in case you was wondering. I went in there raw.
Okay, did you shoot up the club?
That's the first question. Oh, man.
Did you tell me yes or no when I asked you? Let's just say I shot the club, but let's just say I shot it up. All right, let's just say I shot it up. So I just shot the club up.
Yeah.
I just finished. You right next to me. I'm out. I'm laid out. I'm just like, you know how it get after you done.
Hot and sweaty.
Are you going to go get me a hot towel, run that water till that water get hot, put that towel under it, come back and clean my man's off? You're done. Okay, what about you?
I don't know what the hell you
not
said.
cleaning your man's off.
Okay, let me break that down in white girl language. I got you. Here we go. We're here. Okay. I just finished pounding you hard, deep, romantically.
Of course.
And then skeet,
Okay.
mess up the sheets. I'm laid back,
down to this
super player, super P. You just been thrilled like you never been thrilled.
You been rocked over.
You're all over me. You heard me. I need to get back so fresh and so clean.
Like we're cuddling?
No, laid out.
No,
Okay.
like it's yeah. I'm trying to, it's hot. It's Vegas. It's hot. I'm sweating. It looked like I didn't just ran a track meet.
Okay.
So are you going to go get you a nice washcloth, turn on that hot water, wait till it gets hot, put that washcloth under there, and then come back to my California King bed and clean off my member and, go toss that towel?
No, I would expect you to 100%. You should get up and.
Do y'all hear this? And this is how most of the women think. After you don't put in the work, they expect, and you release so much energy, quantum energy. I'm talking about plasma energy, to where though it damn near pushed you back a lifetime or two. So you telling me at one of your most vulnerable, weakest point, madame, you can't get up because you can go again and 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 again. All right? You have the audacity not to get up and get the man a warm cloth and you do the honors? Says a lot. She might be selfish into herself, or she might be modern. Not even modern, might be. She is. She have a modern concept. She's not there to serve you. She think that, hey, what she can do, what you can do, she could do. But man, biologically, we're not even the same species. So how do you compare and contrast like that? Your mind is gone. Literally. Overseas and anywhere else, I hate to compare sometimes, but you got to compare sometimes, right? Because they can compare themselves to you. A certain class of women, what? They're not letting that happen. Y'all tripping. It's just over in the West that they allow these things to happen. But let's continue.
Clean your girl off and take care of her.
Okay, my answer to this is it depends on who house we at. If we at my house, I got you.
Okay.
If I'm at your house, you better have me, period.
What?
Can you have six-pack abs without going to the gym?
Man, now you're trying to play the game as what he could do, I could do, what she could do, I'm supposed to do. Ma'am, this equality game have y'all losing. Repeat, this equality game have y'all losing. This feminist movement is y'all losing. Y'all are losing. Y'all losing yourself. Y'all losing the men in front of y'all. Y'all just losing overall. It doesn't make sense when you really think about it, logically. Let's just begin to think.
Yes, where you are.
It depends where you are.
Mariah, real quick.
What?
Lord help us.
Okay.
What?
That's crazy.
I like when the guy.
Let me tell you why it don't depend. That's like a woman telling you, hey, I'm not going to do womanly duty and anything along that nature until I get married. Pause. What? Man, you have to do womanly duty regardless if you're married or not, man. Are you really? I guess you didn't think about your response. You just reacted to it. Think about it. If a woman ever tell you, hey, I'm going to wait till I get married in order to step up. Ma'am, if you're not already doing it, you're never going to step up. It's not in you to step up. Oh, well, when you become well off and you can do everything for me, then that's when I'll be able to do everything for you. Ma'am, it doesn't work like that. You watch too much TV. That's not even reality. You give 100%, the guy's supposed to give 100%. That's just it. Together, y'all can go further than Wells Fargo. If not, he can go to Wells Fargo on his own. So can you, but the transaction rate might be a little bit different. Can we talk about it? Well, let's discuss.
But I'm not wiping.
What's crazy? Let me just ask this question. Let me ask this question. You know what's crazy? I don't think that women think sometimes a woman did some shit that just ruined the entire experience for what she's not about to do, right? Like, okay, you're not gonna wipe my man's off. Like, acting like we ain't ever been through that. And that's what really helped the chick win. That's what helped her win. And now we like, you ain't even doing it. She didn't set the standard. Do you think, let me ask this question. Like, do y'all think that?
Yes, how am I supposed to know if he like that or not?
Hey,
wait, that's supposed to, if he liked that.
it.
So you're telling me I didn't just got off the most meanest nut. I didn't got off the.
She's trifling. She's dirty. If she don't do that, something wrong with her. So she gonna let you be stained up, everything be stained up, and just like go to sleep. No. Giving slow vibes.
Meanest nut. I'm barely alive. I'm just trying to stay. I'm going in and out of sleep.
Okay.
You just gonna let me lay down there all crusty with everything all around me? You ain't gonna clean it off. For real though.
Wow.
I'm not.
Look, let me tell you about a feminine woman. Let me tell you how feminine women get, because I know you guys living out here in the hells of North America, you don't know nothing about it. I used to live in South Korea, right?
No, but that's a whole nother culture.
No. Here, it's actually not though.
You go to a freaking massage parlor, they give you like, what is it, happy ending?
I'm not talking about a massage parlor, and I think that's Thailand. Just side note, that's Thailand doing that. I'm trying to save your soul right now. Like, I'm deeply concerned because you don't realize how far you've come from being feminine, and it's a problem not for the guy only, but also for you. Like, I just want to give you a scale.
Let me ask you, how many long-term relationships have you been in?
You ready?
Here we go.
This woman is so combative. She give me all masculine vibe. Man, just please be quiet. Like, you talking yourself into a corner. Just be quiet. That'd be your best bet. Be quiet and listen. You can look good how you looking, and just listen.
Oh.
Is it too early?
Cooler.
I want to know.
Too early.
If you're gonna say that, you have to be credible.
You know it's
Where's
coming.
your credibility?
You know it's coming. You know it's coming with this one.
How many long-term relationships have you been in?
I've only been in long-term relationships.
So have I.
And let me tell you what's more. My women are so down that if I told one to come right here and blow this whole room up, they'll figure out how to do it. You hear me? If I told one to walk over here and tie my shoes, she would tie my shoes.
Have you ever proposed?
If I told her to tie your shoes, she would tie your shoes.
Okay, but that's a doormat. Have you ever proposed?
No. What that is, that's called submission, when you have full.
See, and this is what I don't like about the modern concept. And ladies, y'all probably got to deal with a lot, because y'all got to deal with it from your own sisterhood. When y'all actually being a woman, the sisterhood drag you from actually being a woman. They be all up in y'all ears, and you wonder why you fail, because their requirements and how they think, to me, is dog. So if a woman being a woman, y'all gonna shame her, but if she's being a man, then y'all gonna celebrate her. Make it make sense. Like, literally, make it make sense. That doesn't make any sense. That's destructive vibes.
Faith in the man that you chose to be with.
Have you ever proposed?
Problem, hold on one second. And the problem here is that you don't ever have faith in the man that you're with, because he's not good enough in your mind.
I've been proposed to 2 times. So
a lot of people get proposed to, and guess what? The divorce rate is 50% in this country, which means you might as well go ahead and shoot the craps and play roulette with those odds. So the point is this: being proposed to doesn't make you anything.
But have you proposed to someone?
Being slept with doesn't make you anything.
Tell her.
And I would never do that in a place with these kind of laws, because I'm not trying to have a 304 try to fleece me for money, because it's just not necessary.
Big facts.
It's just not necessary.
Okay.
But here's the thing that you got to understand. You're scared to serve a man. When you have the audacity to have sex with a man, which is a sacred act.
Very sacred.
For a whore, it's not sacred. But in reality, it's sacred. And if you feel as though you can engage in a sacred act, but you're too good to take a washcloth to his penis, then something's wrong. Because you have to remember, sex used to be something that you would hold off on for years.
Right.
So you've given a sacred thing, which is your body itself, yet you wouldn't take out 2 minutes to take a wet washcloth to clean him off so he can go to sleep in cleanliness? That adds up?
As long as you do it for the other partner and vice versa.
No, you're wrong, because you keep on trying to go back for it to word the same. And what that tells me is that you're fear-based. You have fear of being used. That lets me know you're not dealing with a good man, because here's the thing. The things I do for my woman, I don't expect her to do for me.
Right.
You hear me? So if I go to her house and I see that the trash is sitting on the curb, I'm going to go get it and bring it into the house. I don't expect her to do that. If there are weeds that need to be pulled, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hire somebody to do it. But the point is, I don't expect her to do the things for me that I would do for her. Like if somebody busts in here right now and they act crazy, I don't expect you to get up. I expect you to sit.
That's a fact. If somebody run into the house, I don't expect her to, go defend and see what's going on. What? No, as a man, you're going to put your life on the line because that's what you have to do. Why would you expect her to do the same thing? So these expectations that they have to saying that they're just like us, and that's the problem. You're not like us, and we're not like you guys. We should celebrate y'all femininity, right? Or y'all being females, right? Being feminine. And we should celebrate our masculinity. It shouldn't be feminism. It shouldn't be equality because that's where y'all go wrong at. Like totally. Our mind corrupt. If he can do it, I could do it. No, you can't do it. What he could do. Stay in your lane. It's like you driving on a highway in 2 lanes. Eventually you're gonna get into an accident. Like you in the middle of you on the yellow line in the middle. And you got cars that's in front of you. You got to pick a lane. You can't jump over to our lane, then jump back to your lane, jump back to our lane, jump back to your lane. It doesn't work like that. You have to stay in your lane and cruise. But let's continue. She don't get it. Cook her.
Sit down and shut up. You heard me? But I'm going to make sure that whatever problem he came in here for, he's going to get that problem. I don't expect you to show me love the way I show you love. But the problem is these psychotic feminists, they expect sameness. You want me to give you the same that I give you. That's not righteous. Now, let me tell you why I'm not going to clean you off. The penis is an external phallus.
Fact.
The vagina is an internal thing. If I take a wet rag on the outside of your vagina, is it clean? No. If you take a wet rag on the outside of my penis, is it clean? Yes.
Huh.
So you should not want me to even attempt to clean you because theoretically a woman should have higher standards of cleanliness than a man. Because you bleed every month, and that's a serious thing that needs to be cleaned up. I'm just the same year round. It's fairly easy and straightforward. So why would you want me to use my insufficient skills of cleanliness to try to clean your feminine body?
How to turn a chilly 50 degrees.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I don't think they making sense at all. I got to make these things make sense. That should have answered most of y'all questions.
I don't know. That's a good point. I really like that this discussion's like getting so heated because it's definitely interesting because I have my relationships and I have one way, like this is my gray area. I love hearing your thoughts because even though I have my vision on what's right, you can completely have a different one and that's okay too. Like, I think that's fire.
This woman got something to say about everything. God damn. God damn.
I hope she go home and start cleaning penises. I hope she walk.
At least we put her on some game.
When I'm in love, I would do anything for my person, but I would expect the same.
I just want to give an example to the ladies and the viewing audience because they probably might not have ever experienced this.
Mm-hmm.
I was in South Korea, right?
Okay.
I slayed this female. Then I had to go to my office afterward. You dig?
Okay.
So I wish I could have went to sleep, but I had to go to the office. So I went ahead and maxed her out.
All right.
Small little Korean thing. When I say I maxed her out, I maxed her out.
Okay.
She brought that hot rag back, cleaned me up, brought me some water in a little mini cup. You see them little ass Dixie cups?
Yeah.
Brought me a little mini cup of water. I hit that like it was a shot of Jack. Then she went and got my shoes. You heard me?
Tell you to go?
No, because I had to go to work. I had to go to my office. I had to go to my office.
You're like Asian.
Yeah, I had to go to my office.
The context.
So there's a little bench near the entrance of her place, right? Because you take off your shoes at the entrance, right? So she went go fetch my shoes, and I'm sitting on the bench about to lean down to put on my shoes, and then she loosens them up, pulls the tongue back, and then puts my shoes on for me, both of them, and then ties them up.
Got you.
Yeah. That's a level of femininity to when a woman says, look, you're my man. And whatever you need, I have that for you. You don't have to go anywhere else in this world. I'm going to get it and make it happen for you because I'm with you.
In that culture.
But let me school you guys on something.
Y'all say in that culture, but
no, you're in a lot. No, listen to me.
That too.
Exactly. In the African culture, You guys are in a lost, bastardized culture.
Exactly. The Western culture is lost, like literally lost and found. You can't ever find them. Drop the found, just lost. Listen to what she just said. Sad. Oh, they do that overseas. They do that. All y'all still women. Oh, a certain woman do a certain thing? No. Y'all are brain effed. Let me repeat. You're brain effed. Program hardcore.
Because you've been suffering a heterogeneous society. You have all these different races, all these religions, all these ethnicities mixed in, and it's watered everyone down. So there is no culture in America. America has filth. And we should try to get some good culture, because the truth is, there's a beautiful thing when you see somebody love on somebody. You ain't even really had a chance to see somebody love on somebody. A woman who will do that for you, do you know what a man would do for a woman like that?
They'll travel overseas to go find them.
You will do anything for a woman like that. So you got to ask yourself, why am I so rebellious with a man who can give me all of his love? Why won't I give all of my love and get something good back?
Yeah, if you're in a committed relationship, doing that's perfectly fine. But
if you give your vagina out, that's commitment enough.
That part. Come on, man. On that note, let me know what you guys think about this. What's going on with these modern women, and what's going on with the A word, and then why do they keep on saying that the R word is the reason why they keep using the A word, not knowing that they doing it because of accountability and because that's what they decide to do. So I think you ladies need to be accountable. Let me know your thoughts down below. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the person that sent me this video to read these two actually clips to react to. I appreciate you guys. I do everything for the fans and do everything for the people that email me. So if you want to support the channel, hit the AirTag EMF protector. I pinned it to the top of the chat. I also have other links that you can check out too that actually add value to you. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. And remember, positive.